we're in Parshas Bo right now. Today is the Shleishim from my Torah breeder, Avram Yehuda ben Aaron. So we're going to do this Le'ilui Nishmasai as well as for the Le'ilui Nishmas Imi Marasi Tamrezel Bas Mordechai Tzvi. I got it. And for my father Ova Shalom as well, Aaron ben Yisachar. So we have the Makos here in Parshas Bo, and we know that the last bunch of the Makos, Kadosh Baruch Hu helped Paro, as we mentioned briefly last week, overcome his fear of the Makkah, as the Beis HaLevi said, Chazak Hashem Eslei Paro, and that he was able to say no, even though the Makkah was so overwhelming and so terrifying. Now we're up to number 9, is the one we're going to speak about for just a moment or two. There's a certain pattern in all of the Makos. Some of them that he got the Hasra, Paro, and some of them Parshim point out, very interestingly, that the Hasra itself was terrifying, so that's a separate issue. But here there's no Hasra. Hashem said to Moshe, let there be Choshech. Vayet Moshe es yodo ala Shemayim, vayichoshech hafel b'chol eretz Mitzrayim, shleishes yomim. We know that this Choshech was different qualitatively and quantitatively from any other Choshech ever in the history of the world. The Pasuk explains to us, it was so deep and so powerful and so thick that people were frozen in their place. Klai Yisrael had, or not only that, they were able, as we know from the Medrash, that they were able to travel through all of the houses of Mitzrayim and take a look at all their goodies. So when it came time to borrow all of the kalim, they said, we don't have anything. He said, yeah, you have it in the closet on the third drawer on the left side. They knew exactly what it was. So this was a choshech on the part of the Mitzrayim, not on the part of the Israel. Now, what's interesting is that the Chidushi Harim, the Gera Rebbe, makes a very, very interesting and insightful remark. I'll repeat the pasuk. For 3 days, they were frozen in place. But the first part of the pasuk, it's an interesting point. Why is the Torah telling us that? There's a reason for it, because they couldn't do it. But this is what the Chidush Harim's take is on this pasuk. He says, and he says, I'll say it in Hebrew and English, what is the greatest choshech that we have experiencing in our lives, in our Olam Hazeh? Ezra. But Rosh Hashanah is a Musar statement. What's the greatest choshech? Rosh Hashanah is somebody doesn't see his friend when he's in his own difficulty, he's having his own tsar, and to extend him a helping hand. That is the greatest choshech. However, what's going to happen if someone ignores his friend's plight and he doesn't pay any attention to his friend's difficulty? What will be the result? When a person ignores and totally is uninterested in his friend's difficulty, he himself, Mida Keneged Mida, will not be able to help himself. He'll have his own sorrows, and he'll be stricken with exactly the same issue. He will have a problem, and nobody will help him. It's a tremendous muscle lesson for us. When we see anybody having a difficulty, we should have him extend his hand, and help him in whatever way he can. And it's a very beautiful thought. That's exactly what my Torah breeder was. He was a man who always ran to help people at all times. Have a good Shabbos.